A black cane with silver tips and a piece of newspaper with nothing in it. You look very intelligent. Help me, stay where you are, don't do anything, just watch. Keep one eye on the cane, keep one eye on the newspaper, keep another eye on me. It's a black cane with silver tips, which is now going to magically change to a silver cane with black tips. Let's take a little salt. Try some there, some over there. And the black cane with silver tips has now become another black cane with silver tips. Not enough salt. We'll try some more salt. Give a little shake there, there, and there. Now, the black cane with silver tips has now become a silver cane with black tips. The only trouble is now, it's gone. The sidewalk shuffle, classic of magic. It really is. The origination of this was with Joe Riding, who invented the three Irish three-card trick done with 4 cards. And he gave it to Ken Brooke. Ken Brooke in turn gave it to Martin Lewis in the States when he was over in America. And he came up with this format. And in turn, whenever Ken got it back again, he gave it to Fred Capps. And Fred came up with this routine. And it's to his credit ever. It's a wonderful routine. What we use are 4 cards. 3 of them are blank. And there's only 1 card, which is the ace of clubs, and that's the one that we try to follow. For instance, is it on the top or the bottom? It's on the bottom. And we can make it even simpler, because if we just use 3 cards, blank card on the bottom, blank card on the top, then clearly the ace is in the middle. Show them upside down. That's blank, that one goes there. That one is the ace of clubs, which is that one, the one we're following, and the other blank card in below it there. That's a blank card on the bottom, blank card on the top, and the ace is obviously in the middle. No, actually, I cheated that time. That one's blank. I cheat quite a lot, because you find that one is blank, that one is blank, and that one is blank. The ace you're actually looking for is over here on the table. Really, you have to watch this now. That's what it's all about. Now you know the rules of the game. We'll try it again. Right? 2 blank cards. 1 ace goes in the middle. Do it exactly the same as before. The top one goes in the bottom. That's a blank card. The next one is the ace of clubs. That's the one we're trying to follow. And the one below it again is blank. Blank card on the bottom, blank card on the top, and the ace is in the... No, it's the same as the last time. I cheated again. You find that one is blank. In fact, once more, they're all blank, and the ace you're looking for is back over here on the table. Last time around, let's get the club back in the mat again. We'll set one over there. And no, I haven't cheated yet. I will, but not just yet. The ace goes in the middle. A little bit different this time. We put 1 on the bottom, 2 on the bottom, and 2 on the bottom. Did you follow it? Where's the ace? On the table? Uh-oh, you can't go wrong, because in fact they're all aces. And there's only one that was blank, is the one that we set over here. The sidewalk shuffle.
In the society.
Yes, thanks, Thomas. I joined the society in the early 50s. I was introduced by Jack Hove and became an enthusiastic member, participating in their many events in Belfast and indeed going to conventions between the north and the south. Indeed, I have a few photographs here that may jog the memories of some. From left to right in this photograph, you have Jim McCall, Rodney Gilbert, Lady Maris, yours truly, the Mayor, Eric Pollock, and the very young Horace Day. Care to have a look? I then developed the interest somewhat further by attending the English conventions with Ted Oldham. Indeed, there's a photograph of myself, left to right, myself, Ted, and a few friends. Somewhere along the line, the paths of Billy McComb and I crossed, and we became friends. This photograph from Billy on the left, myself, Charlie McAfee, and Billy's wife at that time, June McComb. And I mentioned Charlie, and Charlie was indeed a great friend of mine. I met Charlie in the mid-50s, and after some persuasion, I was successful in getting him to join the Ulster Society. He became an enthusiastic member, participated actively in the competitions, the cup competitions, was a winner of the Downey Cup, was a winner of the IBM Shield. He became chairman of the Ulster Society, indeed was for a number of years, and subsequently became the president of the Irish Ring of the IBM. Charlie, who sadly passed away in October 2000, was a person of immense ability. He had twin loves in life, a bachelor, confirmed bachelor. His twin loves were filmmaking and magic, and indeed he was well known in the Northwest and Mid-Ulster variety circuit for his presentation of magic. He made films of very many events, such as the Lammas Fair and the Queen's Visit to Ballymoney, and all these films he gathered together, edited and screened in the town hall for the local senior populace. Charlie was a dear friend of mine. I miss him a lot, but I have my memories.
You know, the human mind is an amazing thing. And what I'd like to do this evening is try an experiment to show just how powerful the human mind can be. I have an envelope here. Inside this envelope there is a card. I'm going to show you that the card is clear with nothing written on it. George, would you be good enough, please, just to take that and examine it and make sure that there's nothing strange or unusual about the card. Thank you, George. I will replace the card back to the envelope, and this will remain on the table. We're also going to use some cards, and these cards are very well known. These are Zener cards, which are used for testing the powers of ESP. And as you can see, they're made up of shapes: a cross, a star, a circle, some wavy lines and a square. And in this particular instance, they're also different colours. George, would you be so good for me as to simply touch the back of one of the cards? This one. And place it on the table, George. Are you quite happy with your choice, with your selection? Let's find out what you picked, George. You've chosen a square, in this case a red one. Now for the test of the power of the human mind. George, what I'd like you to do for me is visualize something. I'd like you to visualize this red square appearing inside the card in the envelope. See it in your mind. That's fine, George, thank you. I'm going to remove the card from the envelope. And before I reveal it, I'm going to place it here on the table. Let's have a quick recap about what happened here. What we did at the very beginning was we took an envelope and removed the card from the envelope. You checked the card that there was nothing strange about it and that it was clear. You then freely selected a card from a selection of ESP cards. Is that correct, George? Let's see if your powers of visualization are as good as I think they are. Because now, inside the card, we have the red square. People come into magic from lots of different areas and lots of different hobbies and things, but one of the things that brings people into magic is gambling. And I had an interest in gambling for some time, but and I thought I'd seen everything until a trip to America some years ago when I spotted this guy on a street corner in New York. And he had this rather strange looking object in his hand, and what was weird about it was a card that had the backs of 5 cards printed on it. And on the other side, it had the fronts of 5 cards printed on it. 4 black and a red queen. So I went to the busboy in the hotel and I said to him, I've spotted this guy on the street corner with this thing. What is it? He said, oh, it's dead simple. What you have to do is find the lady. I said, right, well that sounds simple enough. I said, have you played it? Do you have any tips? He said, yes, it's dead easy. What happens is he gives you a little clip. And all you do is you count 1, 2, 3 from the big card and you place the clip onto it, and when you turn it round, you find the queen. And I said, well, that sounds simple enough. So I went down to the street corner and said to the chap I want to play, and he said, it'll cost you $5. So I laid $5 on the table and he gave me the clip. But just as I was about to put the clip on, he shouted, goodness gracious, it's George Bush. Well, of course, everybody immediately turned round to look, and when they did, he did this. Of course, I didn't see him do that, and I took the clip and did exactly what the busboy had told me and counted 1, 2, 3 from the big card and put the clip in place. And I lost. So I went back to the hotel and I said to the busboy in the hotel, I said, look, I'm sorry, I don't understand, something's gone wrong. I did exactly as you told me, but it didn't work. And the guy said, well, what did I tell you? I said, well, you told me to count 3 from the big card. And he said, no, sorry, that's my fault, I'm stupid. You're supposed to count 1, 2, 3 from the small card and put the clip. And then when you turn it round, you've got the queen. I said, that's okay, that makes sense now. So I went back to the guy on the corner and I said, I'd like to play again. Put my $5 down on the table and he gave me the clip. And just as I was about to put the clip on, he pointed and shouted, I don't believe it, it's Elvis. Immediately everybody turned round and he did the same thing again. He turned it over. But I didn't see him do it. So I took the clip, counted 1, 2, 3 from the small card and placed the clip on. And of course, I lost again. So I went back to the hotel and I said to the busboy, I've just lost again. I said, but I think I know what's happening. He distracts the people before the clip is put in place and he turns the card over. But I don't know what to do about it. And the busboy said, it's easy, change your bet. So that's what I did. I went back, I put the $5 down and I said, this time I want to find any card other than the queen. And he said, okay. Handed me the clip and I said, I'm going to put it right there. And you know what? Yep, you guessed it. I lost again. Only this time I found the queen.